All right, I'm going to call the meeting to order here. It's right at 6:30, February 20th, day after President's Day. If you would join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. I think we want to start here with just one change to the agenda, if we could. I think that's we no longer need the Liquor Control Board. Is that correct, Sean?
That's correct.
If I could get a motion to remove number 5 from our agenda, please.
So moved.
Second. Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Next, we'll go right with the warrants then. If you wouldn't mind with the payroll warrants, Jeff, do you have? those?
Sure. We have two payroll warrants, one dated February 9th of 2024. And that one is in the amount of $24,264.51. And we have a second warrant dated February 16th, 2024, and that's in the amount of $23,705.66. And I would make a motion that we approve these warrants. Second.
Thank you. Any discussion or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. And next up, we got a couple of.
Monkeys all
Whatever you got.
separate or piled all together?
I think we can probably, there's 4 in there. I think we could do them all together because I think they're all 1 item or 2 items each, right?
Yeah. Okay. Stormwater utility warrant in the amount of $6,886.25 and $4,386 to Fitzgerald Environmental Associate and NRPC for $2,500. There's that one. Stonehouse warrant for $300. That was for the hockey tournament refund or something like that.
Yeah, looks like maybe Isaac Coffee overpaid and
Yeah.
looks like they paid $300 back.
Canceled.
Oh,
Oh, it
sorry.
was?
Okay, well, refunded the whole amount. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Industrial park warrant in the amount of $809.16. That's for the sewage pump and sign and road lights.
Hmm.
And federal ARPA warrant for $12,500. That's for Anchor Consulting and invoice from them. And what was that for?
What's that?
Yeah, we just did it for cleaner housekeeping instead of monthly over the next 4 or 5 months. To just do it one fell swoop for it. That's Harry Henderson, the consultant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
So I make a motion, we approve all 4 of those warrants.
Second. Thank you. Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Pass those 4. Thank you. And we got the general fund warrant.
Yeah, I have the general fund warrant dated February 16th, 2024, in the amount of $91,549.51. Big ticket item on there is the Franklin County Sheriff's Department for $61,280.75. Having said that, I make a motion we approve this warrant.
Second.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Aye.
Thank you, sir. I believe we're on to the minutes and we only have 1 set tonight. That's our regular meeting from February 5th, 15 days ago. I didn't see anything that I wanted to change, but I'll certainly take a motion to accept it as it is.
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. So again, the motion is to accept those minutes as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Next up, we do have public comment. If anyone would like to make a public comment at this time. Yep, please. Thank you. Just remind us your name, Mr.
Yep.
Crapo, I believe, right? But,
I think I've done it before.
yep, absolutely.
Okay, I'm Dan Crapo from Ricebrook. I'm on the HOA board. And I think I remember all you, last time we were here in October, I think of 22. So what I'm here about is the Act 250 violation report that we submitted to the Natural Resource Board.
Mhm.
I don't know that we got the reply on that. Have you seen that from Al?
I have not.
Okay, good. I'll enlighten you. we received the closure of it on November, I think it was 22nd of 2023. And they closed it out, and the reason they closed it out is because they're saying that Ricebrook agreed that they did an improvement. They fixed about 600 feet of roadway from 104, just beyond where Homeland Security is. And that's about.
When you say they, who's they?
We don't know who they are, but it was done by I know it wasn't done by Smith.
Okay.
I'm sure it was done by, probably P.E.G, I think.
Okay.
I don't know. But anyways, the board did take a look at it, and what they're saying is that seeing that it had an improvement, they took pictures. And they did say that we agreed that we liked the road, and they closed the thing. They never approached us at all, okay? We've had a hard time communicating with them. They wouldn't reply to us over the last 9 months. They sat on this. And finally they closed it. But what I'm saying is I disagree with the closure. That's just want to make it safe, that's all I'm here.
Yep.
To tell you that. I have a letter that we sent them back on November 27th, and we have not heard back. So we're back to ground zero. The road, we got about 1,000 feet of road that needs to be repaired.
Who sent you that
Yeah.
letter? What, who signed it?
Well, this went to, I'll give you a copy. The original came from the enforcement officer, which is Michaela Stickney. And also was copied was the chairman of the chairman for the Natural Resource Board. Her name is, you can find it. Sabina Haskell. And she's the one making the comment that we are okay with the road the way it is and closed out the violation report. So now it's closed.
So nobody talked to you guys.
No, we tried to contact them. I did send them a letter, long letter, back that we're not in agreement with it. And some things in there quite lengthy. And I won't go through with it, but I'll give you guys a copy so you can take a look at it.
You have a copy of that?
Yeah.
Of the letter?
Al,
that sent
no
back?
problem. You have a copy of that, Al.
I think so. I
Yeah.
didn't bring my computer with me, but I think I did.
So I just wanted to come here and let everybody know that the board is not in agreement with it and neither are the residents.
Thank you.
That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I know Al's
Okay.
helped in the
Al,
past.
and I want to thank
It's good
Al for
handle
all
on
his work, because they did a lot of work, sir.
Yeah.
And also Dave, as far as the cost of repairing them, so did a lot of work. Appreciate it.
Let me make an inquiry. I'm on that board that approves stuff up here. Let me see if we can't,
Let's get some more.
get some more why they would have done it that way.
Okay. I can give you this so you can look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Do we give it to Jack? Thank you, Mr. Crapo. Any other public comments tonight here in the room or any others on Zoom? Mitch, please.
All right. Mitch Montang. Yeah, I was just wondering, have you guys made any more progress on the old town hall or
We,
rebid it or put it out for bid?
Yeah,
Or
we-
Where are you right now?
we have not, but hopefully we'll be able to take another look at that. Hopefully, no, say very soon. Yes, yeah,
Soon? or-
very soon. Yes, that's
Okay.
that's my hope anyway.
I'm just wondering.
But we have not done anything yet, though. That's correct.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
Yep.
Thank you.
No, thanks, Mitch. Any other comments? Public comments? All right, we'll move to, let's see, we're gonna skip liquor control board here, so I'll ask for a motion here to suspend our select board meeting and convene as the,
Doing that.
we don't have the local cannabis one?
Oh,
The cannabis, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I was going. Convene as the local cannabis control board.
So move.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, we're now the local cannabis control board. I understand we have just one renewal, which is New England Cannabis Partners, which does business as Mother Plant, which is out in
Highgate.
Highgate Commons. I think it's just a regular renewal when we don't have any complaints here, correct? I did have one question though. I don't know if Anna would know the answer or Sean, but looking at it, the owner that's listed is very different than the signature of the property owner at the bottom of the page.
The property owner, I think, is just the,
Well, up
Yeah.
top it says property owner information. It's a Sheila Hammond. Down below,
Yeah,
it's
Glenn
property
Valancourt.
owner's signature and it's a different person.
yeah, he's the property manager of Highgate.
Oh, this Glenn Valancourt is the,
Yeah, he's the property manager for the, all,
okay.
yeah.
So property owner information up top is not referring to the
Yeah, I
owner of
think
the
they just-
company?
I think they put both of their, if you look at the email, you'll see, I think they just both put. They're co-owners, so I think they just incorrectly put the owner at the top part.
Yeah, rental.
Yeah, it's just the rent.
It is the same information as last year, though.
Mm-hmm, okay. So is this filled out properly?
I don't think it's a incorrect, because if Glenn didn't sign the bottom, then I would say we'd have to go back. But the two co-owners of it signed for it.
They're not co-owners. The person who owns this store that's selling the marijuana
Mhm.
is different than the landowner. He has to have the permission of the landowner to
Yeah.
be there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying-
That's why you have two separate signatures.
I guess it,
These two
it's just the
co-owners
form
of
says
the
property
business.
owner information with a name and then property owner signature is a different person. That's why I'm inquiring. It seems confusing to me and the form seems relatively straightforward besides that.
Like Glenn is the representative of the owner, so the signature at the bottom, I think it's okay. If Sheila signed the bottom and Anthony, I would have other issues with it.
Okay. So this form is correct, I'm being told.
Yeah, I would say it's okay. They did the same thing last year, right, Jen? Not that
Okay.
it's-
Yeah, I don't recall last year.
And it's gone through,
Yes,
Okay.
we're the last resort.
I just wanted to ask
Yeah.
about that and make sure that
Yeah.
this is filled out properly then.
Yeah, it goes through the state first, and then for some reason.
So I have a question too. It's not about the form, but it's just about the business. Does anyone ever complain about the smell emanating down that hallway? The walkway from the store?
In Highgate Commons, you're saying?
Yeah.
in
Oh.
Cause I was there
Yeah,
and you can definitely tell there's a
Yeah.
marijuana shop nearby.
Sounds like a statement.
So anyways, if no one's
I mean,
complaining, that's
I
fine.
haven't-
I'm just wondering if people have complained
Yeah.
about it.
yeah.
So you probably wouldn't put a daycare next.
No,
to it.
daycare.
Oh.
All right, well, if that's,
Fine.
if I'm being told that it's correct, then I guess we can take a motion to, I guess, confirm or pass the renewal as presented. Thank you. Any seconds?
Second.
Thank you. Any further discussion or questions? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. If I could get a motion to close our meeting as the local cannabis control board and reconvene as the select board.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Next up, we're over to Sean here with some town managers items.
Yes, and Dave too. There's two
Yep.
grant applications that I'm telling you guys about. Class 2 paving.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's a couple of grants that come up every year. We're gonna make sure we apply for those. Just wanted to make sure I talked those through with you so we knew get authorization or make sure you guys were on board with it. The first one is the Class 2 paving grant. We can get up to $200,000 in a grant, and I want to use that for Kellogg Road. It would be the southern end.
And this is 250? Is it 250 or 200?
Yes, it's
The
250.
other one's
Yeah.
200, so I.
It's with,
Yeah.
it's with the local match. So the
Gotcha.
grant amount we can get is
Gotcha.
200,000. The total project cost
250.
would be
Yeah.
250 because 20% of that would be our 50,000 local match. So,
Thank you for politely telling me to be
Yep.
quiet.
yep, that's fine. And so I figured that would roughly get us 1.25 miles, maybe 1.5 miles of paving on that road. We would have to do some stormwater work, some ditching and stuff beforehand, but we could easily get that done. The applications are due April 15th. So we got time to get it in, so I just wanted to make you guys aware that that's what we wanted to do. So if you're okay with that, we'll go ahead and move forward with that one.
We need a motion on that, or we good?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Okay, the next one is the structures grant. So the structures grant's the same thing. The grant amount can be 200,000 and then the local match would be 50,000. Last year, we applied for the French Hill culvert.
Mhm.
I want to apply for that again. Last December, we did apply for what's called a TAP grant, a Transportation Alternatives Program grant for French Hill. And they say that they would tell us in the end of February or early March if we get that one. So, again, this one is due April 15th. If we get the other one, it's worth more money and we don't need to apply for this one. I might be able to find something else we could apply for with this one. If we get the other grant, the TAP grant for French Hill, that one would be, I think, 248,000 for a grant and then a 62,000 local match for about 310,000 total. I just don't know about that yet. So I just wanted to come to you to say, if we don't get that other one, I gotta apply for this one again for French Hill.
What's the cost on French Hill?
Last year, we had an estimate of 280,000. So right now I'm carrying about 310 for it.
You know what the chances are of getting these? Pretty
I
good
really
or
don't.
terrible?
I don't. Last year, they said we were close on the structures grant, but we were like 3 or 4 projects away from the money. So maybe this year they feel sorry for us and give us the money. But I keep telling them how bad that one is up there and we really need to replace it. So.
Or any other questions for Dave on the grants? That'd be wonderful, obviously.
Okay.
Transition.
Yep, should we go to the next one? 'Cause that's still Dave helping us out here, right? Draft regulation of vehicles, traffic and roadways ordinance.
Yeah, so last spring, Carrie approached the Northwest Regional Planning Commission to get some traffic studies done on 8 roads that the town had accepted in the past, but we hadn't formally accepted or adopted any speed limits for. So I included all those traffic reports in the packet that I gave to you, and then I summarized them here because it's easier for you guys to see them in the summary. These are, I should probably, just for the public's sake, I'll go through all the roads that we were looking at. Harborview Drive, Cedar Hill Drive, Elizabeth Street, Ridgeview Avenue, Allaire Drive, Marcel Drive, Samantha Lane, and Loomis Lane and Ethel Court. So, some of those roads were accepted, like 10, 12 years ago. I guess that Marcel Drive was accepted,
That's
Well,
where
back
that's
in the
where I
late
live. I know.
70s, yeah,
It's
so-
a very, very short road.
it is a very short road.
November 79.
Yeah. So, and if you look at the traffic reports, there's a couple of numbers in there that I can talk about here. One of those numbers is the 85th percentile speed, and that's just the speed that they've determined 85% of the vehicles are traveling. Generally, that's an acceptable speed that you can put as a speed limit on a road. But for a couple of these roads, I think people are just going too fast. And that's the comments I was getting from some of the public on these streets, is that people are driving too fast.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, especially I'm just looking at Harborview, right? I mean, it's
Yes.
obviously densely populated area.
Yes.
35 would
that is correct.
seem too high.
It is too high. The other number they put in there is what's called the 10-mile-per-hour pace, which is just that 10-mile-an-hour range of speeds where most of the vehicles are traveling. So it's my opinion that all of these are neighborhood roads. They should all be set at 25 miles an hour, which is the lowest that the Vermont state statute will let us go to anyway. So that's my recommendation on all these roads.
I'm surprised who at Allaire Drive is even the highest, I think, right?
Yeah, Allaire Drive, that one. Yeah, the 85th percentile speed was 39. I don't know why people are going so fast.
Elizabeth Street's 45.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, geez.
Somebody must really be gunning it, but anyway,
Probably all late for work.
could be. But anyway, we don't have speed limit signs on most of these. There are speed limit signs on Samantha Lane already, so they must have gone in when the road went in.
Yeah, just put them in.
But if we get these approved tonight, then we will go ahead and, well, I guess we have to wait 60 days after the approval process for the ordinance to go out to public notice. And then at that time, we would go ahead and put up the speed limit.
I think part of this, Dave, correct me if I'm wrong, but in reading through that, if these roads are officially in our policy, whatever it is,
The
ordinance
ordinance.
here, then we're not allowed to put a speed sign on it. In fact, can't even really be enforced.
That's correct. It can't be enforced.
So we need to, be a good idea to get this done.
That's correct.
Default 50.
What's that?
When you don't sign a road, you're at 50 by default, as far as the law's concerned.
I'm not sure. It could be. I'd have to look that up.
I think that's what I remember in driver's ed.
Mr.
Be
Lowe,
interesting doing 50 on Loomis Lane.
They're all short.
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah, they're
I
all
had to
very,
find some of them on the map. I didn't know where they were.
yeah.
Come July 1, the city police department's gonna be doing a lot of stakeouts. Good thing they got some more.
Let's see, and yeah, that was it on this, right? Those were the only changes in this ordinance. The
That's
other one
correct.
was the signage.
That's correct.
Okay, I assume we need a motion on this then? Okay, I guess looking for a motion to accept these, however many it was, 6,
8 roads.
7, 8 roads that were previously not in our ordinance, to add them the way they're presented in front of us. I don't know if I need anything more than that, but thank you.
You need to make a motion to adopt ordinance with the sentence changes. You have to adopt the ordinance.
Accept the ordinance.
I
Okay.
make a
in and out
motion
a
to
little bit,
accept
but thank
the regulation of vehicles, traffic and roadways ordinance as presented.
Thank you.
Second.
Then Jack, well, somebody second.
second.
Jonathan got it, I think, somebody. So, all right, any other questions or comments? No, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. I think we have one more, Dave, on, or no, I'm sorry.
And Molly too.
These one
Yes,
more,
so-
yeah, on address and, yeah, and Molly. Last time we did the E911,
Yeah,
you get to send the letters out, right? And explain to people?
yeah, so lovely.
Perfect. So I guess we're looking at the draft road addressing ordinance and some changes to that, correct?
Yeah, really just the community development, and public works, we've just been looking at the ordinances. This one really, we just wanted to clean up the wording and add more details to clarify our procedures to the public. Just with new roads being put in, and I'm looking into doing a 911 project right now, renumbering some roads. Just for safety concerns, so we just wanted to clean everything up in the ordinance.
And one of the reasons I see too is just taking the roads that we just passed in the other ordinance, and they need to be amended to be in here as well, right? Just seeing those in here now, Harbor View listed, as well as Loomis Lane, Marcel Drive.
Are you talking about for speed limits or?
I think I'm looking at the right one here, right?
And all the table in the traffic ordinance. This is the naming. ordinance.
Yeah, this is more.
Oh,
just
let
the
me, let me,
addressing.
let me keep scrolling down then, okay. Thank you, the one with all the yellow in it,
Yeah,
yes, okay.
yeah, all the yellows.
Oh,
just,
sorry, I just didn't scroll far enough down, sorry about that, go ahead.
I highlighted all the changes, bullet points, if the whole, paragraph is highlighted, I just took a sentence out at the end, or just reworded it. We really just wanted to clean up the wording, the last one just wasn't very, clear for the public.
And then I added some clarifications on road signs and pavement and the like.
I think the gist of it was, right, if a new road goes in, they pay for the first set of signs, the developer, and then the town will take over after that, is that right?
You have to buy it through the town.
Yeah,
Buy it through the
Yeah.
town.
they would buy it
Okay.
through the town. That's for the first sign. And there's only been 3 or 4 instances since I started working here, I don't know, a little less than a year and a half ago, where we've had to replace a private road sign. And there's always the question of, well, it's a private road, so who pays for the sign? You know, and if we tell the people that live on the road that they have to pay for it, you know, obviously they're gonna be upset, and then we go buy it, and then we try and recoup the money from them. It's my opinion that if it's a private road that intersects a public road, we should, and the sign goes in the right of way, we should just go ahead and buy the replacement sign and put it up. If we know that it's been hit by a truck or something and we have a police report, obviously we can go after the person, whoever hit it. But if somebody's just taking a sign, I think we should just go ahead and replace it, because by the time, well, I think it saves us money on the back end. If we just order the sign, my guys go out and put it up, we're done. It's a benefit for the emergency road services, for the residents, for anybody that has to go out there and try and find it. If we're hassling with 2 or 3 owners, or if it's, say it's Bellevue Carriage Road and you got 20 or 30, however many people live up there, we don't want to send them each a separate bill and then have to track it and try and make sure everybody's paying. But if it's the road that intersects the town road, then I think we just go ahead and do it. And then we're done with it. But if it's a private road that intersects a private road, I think that should be completely on them, because we don't have any authorization to work on a private road anyway. So I think if it's in our right of way, we should just go ahead and do it and be done with it. If it's not in our right of way and it's totally private, then we have to deal with them. We
Just curious, Dave, how much of a problem is that? Like, I mean, and how often does that happen?
Like I said, 3 or 4 times in the last little over a year since I've been here. So it's not that often.
Okay.
But just the headache of having to talk to a resident, say, well, you're on a private road, we can't pay this, and they get mad. And the road sign itself is only like $50. And then when the guys are out doing their work, we just send them over there and they have the thing installed, in half an hour or something.
Costs more than that to get the money.
That is correct.
Yeah, to
So
the stamps.
It's got what I call the hassle factor. We want to get rid of the hassle factor.
Yep.
So that's how I tried to write the road sign piece of the ordinance in here. Yeah,
Yep, okay.
so hopefully that's clear enough.
Yeah, I mean, I read through it. It made sense to me when I read through it the first time. Did anyone else have any questions or
No.
for Molly or
I'm
Dave?
good.
Any other important things we should point out?
That's all that I have.
No, I mean, I can go through like summary of what I changed in each section if you'd like.
I think we read it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed pretty straightforward. The language in here is pretty good. I mean, I know the up at the top, you point out the purpose of this, which right, is emergency vehicles getting to places very quickly without any confusion. And then secondarily, delivery vehicles, making sure it gets there. And then thirdly, people just, using Google Maps or Apple to get there. Cause and how quick are things like Google Maps? Do we know how quick are they updated with these things?
Not that quick.
It's not
Okay,
that
so
quick.
just-
So actually I can't update Google Maps. What I do is I have to submit an edit to them. If we're lucky, if it's just one address, it normally takes them a couple weeks. If it's a whole road, I actually submit 2 to 3 edits every couple weeks. And then they eventually make the changes. But so that one is a bit tough, and like Apple Maps, I've actually been still looking at how to change those addresses in Apple Maps. I can't get any contact information with them. I've talked with Apple multiple times. But yeah, so those do take a few edits.
Okay, awesome. Maybe we can get the town hall. in
Yes.
Google Maps,
sure
correct,
is.
too. I keep driving over to the old town hall every time I come down.
That is the last section, the readdressing notification. That is a completely new section that I added in there.
Mhm.
When readdressing a road or an address, I always at least give the homeowners 30 days.
Because I think that you're just putting in language what you're already doing.
Yeah, I'm just putting it in there so it's clear for everyone, but that was already a practice in the office and
Awesome. All right, I mean, I don't have any other questions on it. Who else does? You guys will. Whatever Jen said, take a you got something now?
Just, maybe a suggestion to Molly. When you send out the letters with the change of your regular street address. So today I got a bill on my old address, which is now over a year and a half. That hadn't didn't come to me. And I got billed for services that were rendered under I also paid for on my 1402 dress. So I don't know, but make some statement on your letter that to verify with your contractors or vendors that you have to change your address so you can get two double billing,
Means you don't have to pay.
or you don't have to pay it.
Yeah, I can have that. We do have on there to, update, emergency services like alarm systems. So. Yeah, I can add something in to notify subscriptions and,
Yeah,
accounts. Yeah.
I've also been, UPS has been very, very confused with me.
Yeah, UPS, so FedEx, actually, I have a contact that I send all the changes to, UPS. No matter how many times I call them, no, we have the right information, you don't know. So they have a hotline, that people can call, but they won't accept any edits.
Do you actually talk to a real person or is it just AI?
With UPS.
Yeah.
I have, it was very hard, it took me a very
Yeah.
long time, but I said, can I just get an email? I can send you all the edits. They're like, nope, we have the correct information. We won't take anything from you. But with FedEx, I do have two contacts out of, I think their office in Burlington, and I sent them all the changes. So they're
On-
easier than UPS.
On the other hand, if I get too much junk mail, can you help me change my address? Is that possible?
Emails to dummy address.
Okay,
Make a motion that we
Thank you.
accept the road addressing ordinance as presented.
second. Thank you. Any other questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. And I think, Sean, we just had one more, just Act
Thank you.
250 filing here.
Yeah,
Yes,
just
thank you,
informational.
David Molly. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. guys.
Okay, next, I took a look at that. I didn't have any questions, but. Okay, I think next we're on to just Chair's report. I just wanted to obviously mention next, which I guess goes with the scheduling, but our next meeting in
Oh, real
13
quick.
days from now. Oh, you got something else?
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead, Sean.
just quickly, in the fire department search committee, our first meeting is Friday. I don't know. Yeah, check your email.
A what meeting?
Our fire department building search committee
Okay, yeah.
When,
at 10 o'clock.
in the morning?
Yeah, I would hope so.
Just try, just be here at both.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go back to just Chair's report. I just wanted to mention, next, or in 2 Mondays, will be the informational meeting about the budget. And the
Yes.
town reports are out. Are those mailed to everyone? I can't remember. Okay, are they, okay. And is it possible to, I don't know, is there a digital copy we can put on the website? Okay, that would be awesome.
Do we still maintain polymorphic or we kind of,
No,
do we have an email list that we're adding to?
sorry.
Do we have like an email bank that we're adding to? We maintain?
Oh, yes, yeah,
Okay,
Megan
maybe we
has
could
that.
blast out the town report with that.
We can do that.
That would be.
We're doing
yeah.
regular newsletters now, right?
Yeah, quarterly, yeah.
Quarterly.
Yeah, I just want to make sure it's available ahead of time.
Yeah.
So we can go through it. I went through, I had a copy and looks good. But we'll talk more in detail about the budget. And I think we did, we had an informational thing with Richard Cowperthwaite the other day. So hopefully we'll get that if people have questions. If we're, again, just if we're taking a lot of the stuff out there is definitely the school budget that people are talking about. And just I want to reiterate, our budget is separate from the school budget, even though you pay the town of St. Albans your school taxes. Just make sure they are different, and to take a look at that.
I'd like to say thank you to Amanda Heedley, who happens to be on our planning commission too. She's the one that provided that picture for the cover.
Oh, on the front. I
Yeah.
was wondering about that because I didn't see anyone's name on the front. So, okay. Yeah, I think that was all I had. Is there any other business from any other board members?
Go ahead, Jeff.
I just have one, I guess, a comment. I'm just thinking about, is the town, how actively is the town preparing for the eclipse thing? Very active. Okay.
I think the Messenger had a good article.
Yep.
I've been copied on a lot of stuff. I should mention
Yeah.
it with Matt Mulhare and
Yeah.
he's really diving in.
Oh, yeah. We've
Some
got a
of the
pretty good group.
contingency planning is sometimes
some talk
scary,
about.
to be honest with you.
Mhm.
For example, having, I think, plow trucks ready to move vehicles if needed.
Yeah.
for emergency. So it's
And also
They
talking to
can-
residents.
having helicopters available if needed. So I mean,
there's-
definitely a lot of planning going on.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully, I mean, contingency planning is obviously for
Yeah.
things that hopefully won't happen, but.
We've been
just in
doing,
case.
we've been doing weekly,
I wanna watch that.
Yeah. Tell us up if you got.
not town ones, yeah.
Don't do anything until you're recording.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, obviously, as we get closer, I'm sure in March, to have someone like Matt to come down to, if there's any.
Yeah.
Other information.
we've been doing.
I do know
weekly
he's on it.
Facebook posts
Okay.
and countdown and a lot of news and,
Yeah.
we're gonna do a big push on kind of residential communication, just say, hey, if you've got a big open field, you might want to start to think about blocking it off, because depending on what estimate you see, anywhere from 28,000 upwards of 200,000 in the region, so.
Some of them
Yeah.
people drive out in these big empty fields, they're gonna be staying longer than anything like my fields.
Gonna extract something out of their wallet.
Yeah, yeah.
It's about $100 for me to hook on and get each one out. Just have it on me,
Be a big money maker.
Retirement.
Anything else, Jeff, on
No,
that?
that's
Jonathan, you had something too?
So tomorrow night, at 6 o'clock, the Maple Run School District is having their FY 25 Budget Community Engagement Forum. It's gonna be at Northwest Tech Center, and it starts at 6 o'clock. That's at 71 South Main Street.
And I think they're doing their informational meeting a week after that, is that right?
I would
Or
say.
David, you know, is that, I think it's the following week is, right, even on a second one, so. Okay,
It's a big budget.
yeah, it's a, very large budget. Yeah. Okay, anything else from anyone? Good, we'll move on. I think, next thing we have is just schedule. So our next, two meetings, one is a regular select board meeting on March 4th, and then a regular meeting on March 18th. But additionally, the March 4th one, technically at 6:30 is the public informational meeting on the fiscal 2025 budget and ballot articles, and the regular select board meeting, of course, follow that immediately. Could take 5 minutes, could take 45 minutes on the informational meeting. I believe Chief Lamoth will be here, right? That's
Yes.
confirmed. All right, anything else on the schedule? I think you mentioned Friday,
Friday.
fire
Yes.
station exploratory committee,
Yep.
so.
Yeah.
All right, so next I'll just look for a motion to go into executive session to discuss a contractual and personnel matter where premature general public knowledge of the subject matter will place the town or person involved at a substantial disadvantage. It would be further moved to enter into executive session under subsection, we're missing a number here, but A2 to discuss the negotiating or securing of real estate purchase options with the town manager and director of operations in attendance. So Sean and Al. Are we missing a number in there?
Yes.
Okay.
Supposed to be kind
Title something.
Yeah.
That's how it was given to me. So there's a number missing. I'm not aware of it.
Okay, I don't know what the other number is, but I think hopefully that motion is okay, if someone can make that motion.
So moved.
Thank you,
Second.
thank you. Second from Jack, all in favor?
Bye.
Aye, thank you. All right.